today, unless you are usually use a block, and then a block might help. We're working once again with ankle flexibility, which surprisingly involves hip flexibility. You wouldn't think the two were so closely connected, but alas, they are. All right, let's get started. Oh, let's actually get started in hero's pose. So for hero's pose, you would come to your knees, sitting back on your heels. If this is uncomfortable, you can always slide your block underneath your seat. If you don't have a block, you can tuck your toes to bring your heels up closer to your seat. So lots of different options. We're going to be here for a few minutes. If this is not comfortable at all and you don't have a block, then you are welcome to just come to a comfortable seat. Hands come to your knees, face down for grounding or face up for energy. And you can close your eyes or look down at the tip of your nose. Take a few breaths here to settle in to your mat, to settle into your breath, to settle in to your body. We have been reading from the book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life, Living the Wisdom of the Tao. And this is the Tao Te Ching, written by Lao Tzu many, many years ago. And we're on the 12th verse. The 5 colors blind the eye. The 5 tones deafen the ear. The 5 flavors dull the taste. The chase and the hunt craze people's minds. Wasting energy to obtain rare objects only impedes one's growth. The master observes the world, but trusts his inner vision. He allows things to come and go. He prefers what is within to what is without. In this passage of the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu reminds us that far too much attention is given to the pleasures and experiences of the senses at the expense of our inner vision. Focusing exclusively on sensory data creates a world of appearances, which are ultimately illusions. Since everything comes and goes, the nature of the material world is obviously restricted to transitory status. When our eyes see only the colors before them, they're destined to become blind to what lies beyond the world of appearances. We cannot know the Creator if we're focused exclusively on what's been created. In the same way, we lose our own creativity when we're unaware of what's behind all acts of creation. Sight, scent, sound, touch, and taste are the domains of the senses. If you're locked into a belief that the pursuit of sensory satisfaction is the focus of life, you'll be consumed by the chase. This quest for adoration, money, and power is a waste of energy because there's never enough. So striving for more defines your daily regimen. You can't arrive at a place of peace and inner satisfaction when your entire existence is motivated by not having enough. The master goes within where inner convictions replace the chase. From an inner perspective, nothing more is needed. So today, as you move through your practice, perhaps you consider setting an intention to extend your perspective beyond the sensory level, to go within. And if this intention doesn't resonate with you, you can set whatever intention does. We'll seal these intentions with 3 cleansing and clarifying breaths. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. And again, inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Open your eyes, remove any blocks from underneath you, and find a tabletop position with your toes curled under. So you can feel a little stretch here in your feet. Maybe wiggle your toes along your mat. You can rock forward and backwards or a little bit side to side here, just stretching into the feet, the arches of the feet, the toes, and the ankles. Good. Now, sit your weight back towards your heels once again, this time with your toes tucked under. Take your left knee out to the side so that your right heel comes inside your right thigh. You want your left knee to stay on the floor, so only take it out as far as you're comfortable. Then reach your arms up towards the ceiling with your inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring your left hand towards your right knee and your right hand behind your right hip. Maybe you hold on to your heel as you lift up through the crown of your head and twist through your ribs. You're going to feel a stretch here into your left hip, as well as a nice stretch through your back. Inhale brings you back up to center. Exhale, come back to your tabletop position. Knee comes into center. Uncurl your toes for a moment. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly, chest comes forward, gaze comes forward. Exhale, cat pose. Round through your back like an angry cat. Press the mat away. Return to your neutral spine, curl your toes, rock your weight back towards your heels. We'll take it to the other side. So this time your right knee comes out to the side so that your left heel comes towards your right heel comes towards your left thigh. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand towards your left knee, left hand behind you. Enjoy this little stretch here into the inside of your right hip, into your hip flexors, as well as wringing out any toxins here through the spine. Take another inhale and exhale. Inhale brings your arms back up to center. Exhale, tabletop. Bring your right knee back in so it's parallel with the left. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Flow through this a few more times with your breath, inhaling for cow and exhaling for cat. In just a moment, we're going to start to warm up the core a little bit deeper. So take any preparatory poses you need here, any movements that feel right in your body. We're here for 5. Meeting in a neutral spine in 4. Shoulders over wrists in 3. Hips over knees in 2. Tabletop position in 1. Lower down to your forearms in your tabletop. Extend one leg out and then the other. Forearm plank. Engage your core, press the mat away. Option at any time to drop your knees. Take an inhale here and exhale, press up to a high plank. Shoulders over wrists, one long line of energy. Lower back down to your forearm plank. Lift up to your high plank. So we're just walking it out, taking it low and taking it high. You're here for 8, 7, keep it going for 6. You've got it, last 5, just 4, 3, meeting in forearm plank in 2, and 1. Forearm plank. Drop your hips down, Sphinx pose. Spread your feet wide. Feel a nice stretch here through the front of your chest. Take an inhale and exhale. Curl your toes, engage your quads, come back to your forearm plank. Now drop your right knee to the mat, lift it up. Left knee, lift it up. Both knees tap, lift them up. Right, left, both, lift. Right, left, both, lift. Just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your hips down, Sphinx pose. You've got just a little more, you're almost there. Take an inhale here, and exhale. One more inhale, exhale, forearm plank. You can stay with your arms like this or interlace your fingers. We've got hip dips. Rock your weight to the right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center. Keep it going with the knees down. It's a smaller movement, but you're still feeling it in your core if your hips are in front of your knees. You've got it. You're here for 8, 7, 6. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sphinx pose. Drop it down. Take an inhale here and exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down, slide your hands back. Inhale, child's pose. Press your hips back towards your heels. Exhale, reach your fingertips forward. Breathe here. Feel a stretch into the shoulders, the arms, the hips, the back. Let go. Let go of anything that worked or didn't work through core. Just tune in to how warm you feel inside. Take another inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. For your first down dog of practice, you can pedal through your feet, bending one knee and then the other. You can come up onto your tippy toes and then melt your heels closer to the floor. Take any movements here that feel good. And then find stillness in your down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, tiptoe your feet to meet your hands for a ragdoll pose. Separate your feet about hips width distance apart. Drape your belly over your thighs. Take opposite hand to opposite elbow and sway side to side. Nod your head yes for yoga, no for no worries, and then yes again to change your perspective. Release your hands down to the mat. Heel toe your feet closer together so that your big toes come to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, round up to stand, stacking bone on top of bone on top of bone. Head comes up last. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and relax them down your back. Classical sun salutation. Inhale, extended mountain. Reach your arms up high towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips, lead with your heart. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step your right foot back, drop your back knee, uncurl your toes. Inhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Reach your arms up high. Stack your hips over your back knee. Neutralize your tailbone. Take another inhale here. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Shift your weight forward into your toes, lower your knees, lower your chest and your chin in one piece. Zipper up your legs, point your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift up your chin and the top of your chest. Use the strength of your low back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, toes point down. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, drop your back knee, uncurl your toes. Inhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana, arms lift up. Internally rotate your arms so your pinky fingers point towards each other. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step your left foot back. Drop your back knee, keep your toes curled. Inhale, low lunge. Right knee stacks on top of your right ankle. Press your pelvis towards the floor. Take another inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Lower your knees, lower chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Zipper up your legs, point your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it between your hands, drop your back knee, keep your toes curled. Inhale, low lunge, arms reach high. Keep the bend in the front knee, bend a little deeper, take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain pause here. Exhale, baby back bend. Goal post your arms, lift your chest towards the ceiling, spread your collarbones wide. Inhale, extended mountain, reach straight back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Your choice, continue to drop your knees or find your full chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times, just like that. You decide whether or not to drop your knees or keep them lifted. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, walk or jump your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, reach up high. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, high to low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, walk, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, high to low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or jump your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, reach your arms high, sink your hips low. Shift your weight back into your heels so you can see all 10 toes. Lift them up, give them a wiggle, press them back down into the mat. Exhale, drinking bird. Sweep your arms back behind you. Shift your weight forward into your toes. Lift your heels. Bring your chest parallel to the mat. Engage your inner thighs. Take an inhale here. Exhale, release your hands to the mat in front of you. Keep your heels lifted and your knees bent. So we're gonna find a little chair squat here. If your hands don't come all the way to the floor, bring more of a bend into your knees. And then start to straighten your legs as much as you can and drop your hips low. Lift your seat and lower down towards your heels. So just lowering and lifting, bending into the knees with the heels lifted. You're gonna feel this at no time at all in your quads and in your hamstrings. You're here for 8. Last 7, You've got 6, just 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Step or jump back, chaturanga, high to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Reach your arms up high towards the ceiling. Square your hips. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Neutralize your tailbone. Bend into your right knee, maybe bend into your left knee if that feels better. Take an inhale here. Exhale, easy twist. Left hand to the floor, right arm lifts up towards the ceiling. Twist from your ribs. Feel the stretch here. Inhale. Exhale, horizon lunge. Spin onto the pinky toe edge side of both feet. Reach your right arm towards the back of your mat. Claw the floor with your left hand to protect your wrist. Take an inhale here, and exhale, skandasana to the left. So you're gonna unravel, find a nice deep lunge to the back of your mat. Yes, you've got it, just like that. So bending into your left knee now, towards the back of your mat. Yeah, there you go. Right toes point towards the ceiling. Hands can come to the floor, a block under your seat, or maybe hands in prayer at heart center. You can be a little bit higher, like Michael is demonstrating there. Take an inhale and exhale. You're gonna feel this stretch a little bit into your ankle. Inhale, star pose. Arms up, toes out, heels in. Take up as much space on your mat as you can. Exhale, warrior 2. Bend into your right knee. Right heel intersects the arch of your left foot. Left toes point towards the long edge of your mat or slightly angled towards the short edge of your mat. Flip your front palm towards the ceiling. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back. Keep the bend in your front knee. Exhale, chaturanga. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. High to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Reach your arms up high. Square your hips. Take a moment here to settle in. Press out through your back heel. Lunge into your front knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, easy twist. Right hand to the floor or to a block. Left arm reaches up. The bend is in the left knee. Inhale, horizon lunge. Spin onto the pinky toe edge side of both feet. Left hand reaches towards the back of the row. Right hip dips down towards the floor. Maybe it rests on the floor today. Inhale, come back through center and exhale into skandasana in your right knee. So you're finding that deep side lunge to the back of your mat, and now you're facing the opposite side. Breathe here. You can stay low, you can come higher, you can bring a block under your seat, whatever calls to you. Inhale, star pose. Toes out, heels in, arms reach to the opposite corners of the room. Maybe lift your gaze to challenge your balance. Exhale, warrior 2. Bend into your left knee. Readjust your feet so that your right toes are pointed towards the long edge of your mat. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back. Keep the bend in the front knee. Exhale, chaturanga. Hands to the mat. High to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take it one more time through a little bit faster. No chair squats. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, travel to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana.
Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. High to low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, easy twist. Inhale, horizon lunge. Exhale, skandasana to the back of your mat into your left knee. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Hands to the mat, high to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, easy twist, right hand down. Inhale, horizon lunge. Exhale, skandasana into your right knee. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time through, we add on, and then we'll take a break. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Listen for the change. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left knee lifts. Reach your left knee in line with your left hip. Flex your toes. Exhale, warrior three. Send your left leg back behind you. Hands can come to heart center, or hands can reach forward. Drop your left hip down in line with your right hip. Flex your toes towards the floor. Take an inhale here. Exhale, standing split. Hands come down to the mat. Options here. Maybe a quick handstand hop. You're in position for it. Yes, Morgan, beautiful. Then find stillness in your standing split. Take your left toes, flex them towards the floor. Drop your left foot over to the right side of your mat. Then create a big rainbow arch as you bring your leg over to the left side. So we're taking it to the right and the left. To the right and the left. Hands on blocks, hands on the mat, whatever works for you. You're here for 8, 7, last 6. You've got 5, just 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Bring it back to center, step it back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, easy twist. Inhale, horizon lunge. Exhale, skandasana to the back of your mat. Inhale, star pose, toes out, heels in. Exhale, goddess squat. Get low in your goddess squat. Bend into both knees. Hands can come to prayer, or you can have your elbows in line with your shoulders. Take a little movement here to settle in to this deep squat, and then find stillness. Lift your right heel off the mat and pulse, pulse, pulse. Pulse your hips down towards the floor for 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Hands to the mat, high to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last side. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, one-legged mountain, right knee lifts. Exhale, warrior 3. Virabhadrasana 3, right leg kicks back, toes angled down towards the mat. If you fall out, just come back in. Take an inhale here. Exhale, standing split, hands down to the mat. Option for a little handstand hop, seeing if you can lift your left foot off the floor. Good. And then find stillness here. Right leg crosses over to the left, toes tap down. Inhale, lift your leg up, bring it around to the right, toes tap down. Lift and lower, lift and lower. So taking these big rainbow arcs just for 8, 7, last 6. You've got 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Tap your toes to the mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, easy twist. Right hand down. Inhale, horizon lunge. Exhale, Skandasana into your right knee. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse squat. Take it low. Hands to heart center or goal post the arms. This time we lift our left heel and pulse towards the mat. Little tiny pulses for 8, 7, last 6. You've got 5, just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. High to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop your knees, child's pose. Breathe, drink water, wipe sweat. The problem with the older songs is that they're never as loud as the modern songs. All right, so breathe, drink water. Find your child's pose. Take a few moments there in child's pose to reconnect with your breath. Breathe in and out through your nose. Use your Ujjayi breath. The slight constriction in the back of your throat so your breath is audible and sounds like the waves of the ocean crashing on the shore. Know that you can rest at any time during the rest of practice, or you can push yourself. It's up to you, no judgment from me. Take a deep inhale here. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. We've got just a little bit more. You're almost there. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Keep your weight in your heels. Sweep your arms back. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left knee lifts. Exhale, eagle pose. Wrap your left leg around the right. Wrap your left arm under the right. You have some options. You can take opposite hand to opposite shoulder, backs of your hands together or palms together. Your left toes can be on the floor, or they can start to wrap behind your right shin. Lift your elbows up, square your hips, engage your core. Focus on something that's not moving, your drishti point. Go inward. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Maintain the clasp of your arms. Start to find warrior 3 with eagle arms. Kick your left leg back. Arms connect. Left heel lifts up towards the ceiling. Inhale, crescent lunge with eagle arms. Tap your left toes down. Reach your elbows up towards the ceiling. Square your hips. Maybe find a little back bend. Engage your inner thighs. Now release your arms, reach them up towards the ceiling. Exhale, three-legged dog. Hands come to the mat, right leg kicks out high behind you. Fan your hip open, bend your knee, and then flip your dog. Right foot comes to the floor, right arm reaches up and over. Take an inhale here. Exhale, find a seat right where you are. Take your right foot underneath your pelvis. So you're gonna have to lift yourself up and then come back. So you're in Janu Shirshasana, but sitting on your foot. Yes, a little bit harder, right? Flex your left toes towards your face. If this doesn't feel good, a regular Janu Shirshasana with your foot inside your left thigh works too. This is your Janu B. You can stay right here. It's a lot on the ankle, or if you're ready to fold, fold towards your left foot. Very nice, my friends. I'm dying, but you're all folded. Beautiful. Take an inhale and exhale. Get a little bit deeper. You look great. Take one more inhale and exhale. Bring it back to center so that you're seated on your sit bones rather than on your foot. Right arm comes behind your right hip. Press into your right hand and your right knee. Lift your left hip. Find a modified gate pose. Inhale, exhale, seat comes back down, flip over, downward facing dog. Pedal through your feet, bending one knee and then the other. Inhale, come forward to a high plank. Exhale, we lower for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest on your belly. Bring your arms by your side, palms face down. Inhale, locust pose. Lift up your chin, your chest, your feet, and your arms. Reach back through your fingertips. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Use your strength. Tap in. Take an inhale. And exhale, release. Rest on your right cheek. Bend your knees and windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Send your legs out long behind you once again. Bring your chin to the mat. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. We've got the other side. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, one leg mountain, right knee lift. Exhale, eagle pose. Right leg over left, right arm under left. If you fall out, just come back in. Breathe. Squeeze the inner thighs in. Pull everything towards the midline of your body. Lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior 3 with eagle arms. Start to kick your right leg back behind you. Some days we have our balance and some days we don't. Wherever you are is okay by me. Take an inhale here. Exhale, crescent lunge with eagle arms. Right toes tap down. Elbows lift up in line with your shoulders. Square your hips, engage your inner thighs. Reach your arms up high towards the ceiling. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg lifts. Exhale, fan your hip open and flip your dog. Left foot comes to the floor on the opposite side of the right. Left arm reaches up and over. You can take this with your knee down as well. Take an inhale here. And exhale, come to a seat. We're gonna take that Janu B on this side as well. So right leg is out. Left foot comes underneath your seat and point it towards your right foot. Inhale, reach your arms high, twist your body, and exhale, fold towards your right leg. if that feels okay in your knee. Always protecting the knees here. So if it doesn't feel good, you can stay upright. I'm upright too, don't worry about it. Take an inhale and exhale. Very nice, Morgan. Inhale, come back to center. Left hand behind your left hip. Find your modified gate pose. Right hip is lifted. Take an inhale. Exhale, flip it back over, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a high plank. Lower to your belly for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest on your belly. Good job. This time, bow pose. Bend your knees. Reach behind you for your feet. If grabbing your feet doesn't feel like a good idea today, no worries. You can clasp your hands instead and take a bound locust. For bow pose, bring your knees inside the frame of your body. Inhale, lift up your chin and your chest. Press your feet into your hands. Lift your knees off the mat. Squeeze the inner thighs in towards each other. Beautiful, my friends. Take an inhale here and exhale, release. Rest on your left cheek. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Take your legs back out long, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, have a seat. Grab water, wipe sweat. Dying or in a good way? Good, all right. All right. So I have to start remembering to bring towels with me. I'm like dripping sweat. No, it's all right. At this point, I'll just use my mask to mop it up. Remind me to throw it away afterwards. All right, so we're working towards Janu C, which is a challenge. Janu B, you thought Janu B was hard. Janu C is something else entirely. And once again, it's all about that ankle flexibility. So the setup is the same. If you're familiar with Janu Shirshasana A, your foot is on the inside of your thigh and you're reaching forward. Pretty simple. On B, we sat on our foot. For C, your toes are tucked under and your foot is pulling in towards your thigh, but notice my knee is lifted. Eventually, you want to get your knee down to the ground. So it's a lot in your ankle and in your inner thigh. Now, I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to fold, but the idea would then be to fold. So A, B, or C, your option today. Take what works for you. So Morgan, you can actually try bringing it further out, away from your thigh, and you're going to be able to get that toes flexed better, right? Okay. And so the goal is just like to sit up as tall as you can, maybe reach your arms high, and then fold forward. It's easier with your foot out than with your foot all the way pressed against your thigh. And we're just gonna breathe here. 5 breaths in our variation of Janu. Looks good. Very good. How does it feel in your knee? Okay? All right, good. Starting to cool down and slow down the heart rate. And after your 5th breath, you'll come back up, release your foot, woo, wiggle your toes, send your legs out long, maybe give your legs a little shake. And then we'll take it on the other side. So right leg comes out at an angle, left toes come down onto, or opposite, whatever side you did before. Toes come down. You eventually want to get your heel to your inner thigh, but it might be easier to come out wider or to even come into, like, you could come into like, I can't do it. It's like a skandasana almost, with your leg out to the side. Um, but that's harder for me. Everybody has their range of motion. That one's harder for me. Rachel and Terry would be in it right now, but not me. Lift your arms up high and fold towards your toes. So if you feel the stretch in your ankles, you're doing it right. Inhale brings you back up to your seat. Release your toes. Give them a little shake. Take any movement through your ankles that feels good. And meet me in downward facing dog, preparing for our half pigeon. Inhale, right leg lifts towards the ceiling. Exhale, half pigeon on the right side. Right knee comes behind your right wrist. Shin comes down to the mat. Flex your toes. Left leg comes out long behind you. Toes point straight back. You can stay here. You can lower down to your forearms, or you can lower down into a sleeping pigeon by coming all the way to your chest. Whatever calls to you. Always have the option for blocks underneath your hips to make this a little more restorative. Inhale to come back up to your hands. You can go for your mermaid pose if that feels right in your body. Reach behind you for your foot. Maybe start to walk your foot into the crook of your elbow. As you pull your heel closer to your body. Yes. So strong, very nice. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, gently release your foot, plant your hands downward facing dog. To release your hip, you can take any movements that feel right, maybe some hip circles, maybe walk your dog. And we'll take it on the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, half pigeon on the left side. Left knee comes behind your left wrist. Left shin falls wherever feels right. Flex your toes on your left foot. Right toes point straight back. Stay high or lower down to your forearms or sleeping pigeon. You can always bring a block under your head, under your arms, whatever you need. Inhale to come back up to your hands. Bend your back knee, reach behind you for your foot, either just for a quad stretch or to start to work yourself into your mermaid pose. Take another breath here. And then release your foot gently. Plant your hands, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Release your hips. And find stillness here. Look forward. Walk your feet about halfway up your mat. Come to a seat and lower all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Maybe take circles with your ankles to release the stretch there. And then drop both knees over to the left side of your mat. Tee out your arms or goalpost your arms. You can look up towards the ceiling or over your right shoulder for a deeper twist. Just breathe here. Inhale, bring your knees back up to center, and exhale, drop them over to the other side. Look out over your left shoulder. Inhale, bring your knees back up to center and find a happy baby pose. Reach for the inside or the outside of your feet. Lift your feet up towards the ceiling as you pull your knees down towards the floor. You can rock side to side. You can bend one knee as you straighten the opposite leg and then switch sides for a final hamstring stretch. Take any movements you need to complete your practice this morning. And then when you're ready, and only when you're ready, find your way to Shavasana, your final resting pose. Let your legs come out long on your mat. Let your feet fall open to the side. Hands by your side, palms face up, eyes gently closed. We'll be here for just a few minutes. I'll bring you out when it's time. Let everything go. Shavasana.
Discontinue pressuring yourself to perpetually accumulate more. Let others be consumed with the chase if they choose to, while you learn to relax. Rather than focusing outward, turn inward. Cultivate awe and appreciation as inner touchstones, rather than an outer determination for more adoration and accumulation. When you see a beautiful sight, hear an enchanting sound, or taste a mouth-watering delicacy, allow yourself to think of the miracle within these sensory pleasures. Be like the master who prefers what is within to what is without. Allow things to come and go without any urgency. Do the Tao now. Begin to come back. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Take small circles with your wrists and your ankles. And with your next inhale, reach your arms long overhead as though you are awakening for the first time today, before coming to rest on your favorite side in the fetal pose, using one arm as a pillow, eyes gently closed. Take this time to reconnect with the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice and vow to carry it with you when you leave your mat today. And then with your next inhale, rise to a seat at the top of your mat, eyes closed, hands in prayer at heart center. We'll seal today's practice with a unifying breath, followed by the sound of Om. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale for Om. Bring your prayer to third eye center, the spot of intuition in the center of your forehead. The love, light, and teacher in me honors and respects the love, light, and teacher in you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and with each other. Namaste.